Well, somebody's angered the gods. It sure feels like it. And the gods have had it. It is now time for all of us to account for our collective sins. It's the cursed 13th episode of It's a Wrap. Let's have a look at what's transpired in this little piece of heaven we call home. These truly are cray days. I mean, Zuma and Trump are still presidents of their respective countries. The French president is a sugar mama. And South African women are being brutally murdered every day. This winter has also come through with a vengeance. Cursed, I tell ya. I certainly uttered a few curses when I read a headline in the Namibian newspaper this week. It revealed that the Ministry of Finance's Permanent Secretary Shafuda and her counterparts were basically sleeping on the job. And as a result, we will now have to cough up the almost 2 billion Namibian dollars in taxpayers' money that has gone wasted. Whilst the companies who got the tender, Vanongi Pondoka's Babyface Civils and the China Harbour Construction Company, cackle all the way to the bank. The very cabinet secretary, George Simata of SME Bank scandal fame, issued her the warning letter. Yes, a warning letter. The people took to social media to express themselves. Marina's posted, "She's incompetent and should be fired. The whole lot of them." David posted, "Who will do anything about this? No one. This is Nam life. When will we open our eyes?" And Pendukeni wrote, "But this is now normal in Namibia, guys. How much money has been stolen knowingly by those shady instant millionaire mafioso? No one will charge and arrest anyone because of the I know your dark secret within the ruling party members. When hell breaks loose, we will recover every penny of it." I don't know what kind of guardian angels are watching their backs. The DTA's Nico Smith agrees with me. Check out this clip produced by the Sistren Al Nadal. Let's sip on this here tea.
According to media reports, Shafuda and the National Planning Commission's Permanent Secretary Levi Hangamo and Chris Kamwa from the Attorney General's office have been issued final warnings. Apparently, the group failed to notice that the fuel shortage tender was approved in US dollars and not in Namibian dollars, pushing the project's cost up by 1.7 billion Namibian dollars. Smith said that our failure to investigate incidents like these have already cost the taxpayers billions of dollars.
That they are spending money, there's not even an invoice or any paperwork on what happened to that money. It just disappeared in thin air. So I think our whole system, or how we oversee the expenditure of taxpayers' money, must be revised, really. We can't carry on like this. We are losing far more. We are losing billions.
Smith urged Parliament to step up and lodge a full investigation into the Walfish Bay fuel storage saga.
From Parliament, nothing is happening. So Parliament is supposed to take a decision that legal action should be taken to the culprits, the person who are responsible for this mismanagement of public funds.
Let's check out this week's Dudley's Doodles. It's her. Times are tough. The world is in a state of despair, and even the weather's not playing along. A fire recently ravaged a bunch of homes in Ochomise. Check this out.
We came around 10 o'clock. We went somewhere. It was very far. We went by foot and came back by foot. So when we came, we were busy. We wanted to boil water on our stove. So because of the tiredness, we just went to go lie down and then we slept. So I think the fire started from the stove. As you can see, the whole place burned down. This was where the room where the fire started, which is our room. It was around 1 o'clock in the night, Sunday. We were sleeping, so by the time I woke up, the fire had already caught me and the fire had already caught the whole room. So when we stood up, we went to go knock for the other people to stand up so they can just help burn down, like to bring down the fire. But then unfortunately the fire was too strong and it was too fast because of the electricity. It had already traveled around the whole rooms. And by the time the fire brigades came, because they came a little bit late, by the time they came, the first room in front was already burning. And when they were trying to take out the pipes, the the door where the pipes are didn't want to open for like almost half an hour. They were struggling to open it. And by the time they opened it, I think they came with a half tank of water. The water finished. So they called another fire brigade to come. When the other one came, the pipe was stuck. It couldn't come out. So unfortunately, it was tough luck for us, because by then the whole place had already burned down.
Can you imagine just how rough it must be for these people with this winter, which I think is going to be one of the coldest winters ever?
It's painful to lose everything, especially as officer for operation things. So the measure that I'm going to take place is I will feel appreciating if everybody come and support us. Even the public will stand by us. It was the first huge action which take place, and for me, from my side, it's not only me that I must be full painful, but for the owner of the house, because he's the one who lost everything. But due to the circumstances, that we must not only accept our pain, but together we must feel. So for me, it's very painful. Really, it's very painful, because from now I must start again from the scratch, because you see very valuable things, I lost it. There's nothing which is left, nothing. It's only this clothes that I'm wearing.
Namibians did the right thing and stepped in to help the community.
These people have lost everything. And I mean, from identity documents, school documents, all of these kids are approaching now school for the second term. So I think it is also playing as a psychological state for these kids who have to go back to school since they are having nothing. But we are trying our best. As you can see, we are trying to do as much as we can to help these people.
The city of Windhoek also stepped in, not to break down the shacks this time, but to actually provide assistance, cray.
The city council was here. They gave us a blanket. Each of the room got one blanket and a sack of rice. And we're still waiting on them. They said they will come. They were here yesterday as well. They said they came to ask our basic needs. What do we need basically for now? We told them clothes, water, food, and all that. So they said they will still see what they can do on our behalf. So we're still waiting on them.
In terms of humanitarian assistance from the city side, there were two elderly couples that were also affected, and the cities from its side, we provided them with a couple of blankets and a few mattresses for assistance. Of course, unfortunately, we don't really have enough resources to assist everybody, but we also have realized that the members of the public are trying their best also to assist the families that lost their things in the fire.
Some filthy expletives left my lips this week when I got an SMS from MTC talking about a 7% increase in a way. Got a problem? Take it to the AR. Because they quickly leapt onto that bandwagon, calling on all Namibians to revolt against that increase. And with that, he added the following graphic with the hashtag #StopMTCNow. Namibians don't need MTC. Remember that MTC needs you. Data still missing, internet slow or non-existent, customer service useless, VAT charged on airtime, and still they want more money. And the people said, Hamanyela simply commented, not fair. Lucia said they're recovering the 600,000 Namibian dollars they paid the presenter at Namas. Namibia is the only country that charges taxes on airtime. Another posted, our people are in danger. Everything is going up. MTC is already monopolistic here. Increasing subscription fees while they're already recording millions of dollars of profit is beyond me. How are we going to survive by 2030? Guys, Wi-Fi should be a priority right now, and we should do away with some of this away-ish. I am stunned by this. Namibia is falling apart. Here in line, we spoke to MTC's John Ekongo about the increase.
Bearing in mind the socio-economic conditions of the country right now, we understand, and perhaps tariff increases, announcement of tariff increases for any organization is the most heartburning thing. But we've taken this step very boldly, and we appreciating of the patronage and support of our customers. And the increases are obviously we've tried to make it as much as minimal as possible to ensure that it still remains cost efficient to the company, but also affordable to the end user, which is our customers, in making them sure that they still continue making the connection. So the Ministry of Education apparently managed to save a whopping $9 million Namibian dollars
by closing schools 3 days early. A hoax has been making its rounds, stating that government now plans to open schools only on the 11th of June. We spoke to the ministry's PRO.
It has come to the attention of the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture that there is false information being circulated about the school only starting on the 11th of June. The ministry would like to clarify and just inform the parents, guardians and all learners as well as our stakeholders that this information is false and unfounded, and as per our calendar, school starts as initially approved and planned, which is on the 30th of May, and the learners that stays in the hostels must still report to school on the 29th of May. We couldn't establish where the SMS came from because it's very difficult to track down such, because for instance you would get it from your friend in the same way that people alerted us, and it really becomes difficult to track down the original source of such information. But we urge the people who are still seeking clarity to contact our office and at 293-3358. That's our public relations office, and we have also already informed the regional offices, and they are the ones that are responsible and directly contacting the schools, informing them that this information is actually false. So the parents shouldn't panic, they should still go ahead as in accordance with our school calendar for 2017.
Government's budgetary constraints have had quite an impact on society. We spoke to some Namibians.
I don't think it's a good thing that schools are closing earlier, because then that means kids stay out of school more. Then they don't get a lot of time to study, because out of 100 kids, only 2 or 10 study while they're on holidays.
I think school closing a bit earlier was not good for students, because when we closed, we only had a week of holiday, and then we had to go back to school for holiday school. So it affected us badly, because we didn't really have, I think we're just supposed to finish the whole holiday school and then go on holiday, because then we would all be in that school vibe.
I think that schools closing early is a good thing, because my sister's got to get a little more rest from the school. Examinations, everything went well, so if everything is going well at school, it must be a good decision for them to decide that the schools have to close earlier.
Because the break made other kids get too excited, and then some didn't come, so it made them actually drop in their schoolwork because of the things that they missed out on.
So it's best when kids stay in school, then they learn more. Like the holidays should be reduced to 3 weeks or so, because a whole month staying out of school, then like slow-minded kids will forget everything they learned the first term when they start school again. So I'm against schools closing very early.
That means that that the teachers have done their work, so they have covered all the units and everything that they have to do. So I think it's a good idea.
On the sides of pupils at school, high school, it's like they get more time to relax, because since from January they've been working for long, studying, learning. Then they have to get time to relax also, so they can catch up, and when they go back to school they are relaxed. They don't have too much work to do.
Check this out. Times are really tough. I mean, this guy must have been a tenderpreneur who just had all his dreams crushed. Tourists have become the latest victims of the Bototo factions in our country, and there are heinous crimes being committed against them. The homie Leston Voller produced this clip.
Simply shocking. This dramatic scene was the end result of a suspected highway robbery gone wrong. Namibian Marshal Ranger Sean Nodia is still shaken by the incident of last Friday, which involved 2 vehicles with South African number plates being targeted in an apparent robbery.
The accident was caused by an attempted highway robbery. Now, I've spoken to several eyewitnesses and the very person who reported it, and they said they had seen people standing on the middle island of the new highway where it had been developed with stones in their hands. So what it seems like is they have a group of people that stand on the island and throw stones at the tourist vehicles, mainly vehicles with roof racks that look like roof tents, that kind of stuff. Then they throw the stones. The people stop their vehicles to now obviously see, or the windscreens. I know there's an old trick where they used to throw eggs at the people's windows so that they cannot see, so they have to pull over.
When rocks failed to stop the two vehicles, another car appeared with the apparent intent to physically force them off the road.
And then it seems like a silver Toyota Vitz comes from behind. It had a Walfish Bay registration, but one of my marshals, as they were coming out, saw such a vehicle, but the number plates were removed. So either they're using false number plates, or they're using the number plate when the crime is committed, and then when they saw that they're in trouble, they removed the number plates. So they obviously tried to pull these tourists over. The guy dodged the vehicle so that he does not hit it, and he lost control, and this way because they were driving in convoy, both vehicles went over the middle island, rolled. The one fortunately landed on the opposite side, facing oncoming traffic, which is really, really dangerous, because had there been vehicles from the front, he would have been connected by these vehicles. But he landed on the wheels, and the other vehicle rolled right down to the boundary fence of the complexes there, and through the fence, and landed on its roof. The young lady had obviously been catapulted from this vehicle, and she was in serious condition.
The Namibian police force is still investigating the incident.
And the carnage on our roads continues unabated. It's as if no one appreciates this gift of life. Even the previously advantaged are having to resort to crime to get a decent meal these days. It's so rough out here. Namibians have resorted to eating pythons to supplement their diet.
Food for thought? For some, snakes are a source of food, and this video of a snake being prepared for a meal is widely circulating on Facebook.
People almost lost their lives at a sale at Foschini recently, where everything went for $59. And even this Norwegian prince wilded out and bust out a royal dab at a royal birthday show this week. Namboa's exhibition can be seen in the restaurant at the FNCC Le Petit Paris until the 1st of June.
The challenge is a societal challenge, you know, it's a personal challenge, it's every individual's challenge. It's a big idea. How are we able to see what is beautiful in chaos, or in troublesome times, you know? In places where we think there is no hope, or there is no help, or whatsoever. The idea is to see the goodness in everything, to see beauty. Everybody wants to live in a beautiful world. That's how simple you put it, you know? Everybody's working hard so that they can live in a beautiful place, with beautiful people, in a beautiful world.
Here's some other events you can get in on. My nigga Get Rich is doing the most to make sure that he endures these tough economic times. He dropped off his latest single at our OTV studios this week.
Get lit, my nigga, get lit. Stay fresh, stay free, stay cool. As nigga, we like a money, like a money. It's not easy to be me, jealous, If a nigga wanna be like me, no nigga, you can't be like me. Because life is celebrating a resident a heaven. I life is like a coward, but I die like a niggas, I die like a man. Everybody was against with what I was doing. They sent the police to judge me and catch me, and today my judgment.
Now get money, baby, I don't care about what they say. Get money, baby, now this my lifestyle. I don't care what they say, I'm living my life. Oh, now get money every day on me. I'm living my life to the fullest. I'm getting money ain't no problem, homie. I'm living my life to the fullest. Now this my lifestyle, I don't care what they say. This my lifestyle. Getting money, yeah, this my lifestyle. Nigga get rich forever.
I'm a nigga JB, stay fresh since day one, hustling. Started from the bottom, swagger killing, haters hating, banning paper flowers. Combined up a drive 99, beautiful life.
Get rich, and there is 7 to jail for climb. I'm never done. Because police doesn't understand me. Because I'm a nigga, I come from broken family. My uncle used to teach me, but I'm never taught to. That I'm scared for what may I do. Done to my homies, no mess for strangers. Nigga get rich, smoke the cash. Better in the life, rich in the mind. Man on the hand, smoke on the stage. Nigga get rich, it's my nickname. Nobody can manage me, nigga.
He's right now top 5 without very small amount of marketing. Serious? Believe me. Can you imagine good marketing, good team of people, good video? Top 3.
Get rich is the life. It's the life. It's the right.
I'm living my life to the fullest. I'm getting money ain't no problem, homie. I'm living my life to the fullest. Now this my lifestyle. I don't care what they say. This my lifestyle. Getting money, yeah, this my lifestyle.